Your country 1039 KGRT, Jackie Marcus Wilkinson, and we are here today with Nora and Alex and Jasmine. And we have a new friend with us as well who's a postgraduate. How are you all doing today?
Good. How are you?
You're doing good. So, the PAWS program with APA. For those who don't know what the PAWS program is, Nora, can you let us know what the PAWS program is all about?
So the PAWS program is prisoners and animals working toward success, and basically it is an 8 to 12 week program where we send out dogs that we pull out from the shelter, long-term dogs that we pull from the shelter, and we get them basic obedience trained. So we have trained the prisoners how on basic obedience to train the dogs. So they live with the dogs 24/7 out there, and they teach them basic obedience, and that way, it helps them kind of hopefully get them into a home quicker.
Is there a certain process or certain kind of a dog that you put through the PAWS program?
Well, I mean, first we look for long-term dogs. We like to pull the dogs that kind of get overlooked, that have been there for a while, either 6 months to a year or maybe more. Dogs that obviously have to be friendly with either not really aggressive towards other dogs, people friendly. Just dogs that can get along out there at the prison. We don't want to pull dogs that obviously have any kind of
Yes. So
extreme.
they have a certain process, they have to go through first before
There's
being
an
chosen.
evaluation that we do.
And so, the dogs, say they get taken to the prisons, what's their like daily life look like?
So basically, I mean, they're like I said, they're living with the prisoners 24/7. So the prisoners actually take them out on their potty breaks. They have scheduled potty breaks, and the prisoners are there training them pretty much throughout the day. And then they have the group training, which they do once a day for about an hour, where they bring all the dogs together in the courtyard, and then they train together.
That's amazing. I know you've seen so many dogs go through this program. I know you've seen a lot of graduates and such. How passionate do you feel about this program?
I think it's great. Honestly, the prisoners, I mean, when we had to shut down because of COVID, the prisoners were kind of, they were missing the dogs. I mean, it helps them. They say it helps them with their mood because they have an animal to care for. They get that love in return from the dogs. So the prisoners, I mean, they are so passionate about it as much as we are. They really,
Yes.
really care for these dogs.
So
So
if I can chime in also
yes.
with the prisoners, it's their job also. So they have to apply for the position of dog handler out there. So they go through a whole interview process, the prisoners themselves. So
Nice.
once they get selected, and it also brings down, like Nora was saying, is like it kind of keeps them in check also, because if they misbehave or they do stuff that they're not supposed to, they'll get pulled from the program. Okay, so that also helps them out. And like I said, so they go through the whole application process and everything, and once they get selected to be a dog handler, they also have an alternate. So what Nora was saying also is that the dogs with the prisoners, they're with them all day, all night. They sleep in their cells. They have their own crate next to them. When the prisoners have to go to medical, to an appointment, to a class, to whatever it is that they do throughout the day, they take the dog with them.
Oh
So that
wow.
also helps our dogs in terms of socialization, not only with the other dogs, but also with the different people in their departments and other prisoners and stuff like that. So it also, like I said, it does help the dogs out a lot in that aspect of when you adopt. Since you guys adopted Magnus,
Yes.
Magnus was one of those prime examples, right? Where Magnus is probably, you guys have noticed that he's a lot more social now. He's a
Yes.
lot calmer. He listens a lot better, etc. So that's what we want to do, and that's what we continue to do with these dogs. And so
And
for us, it's a
it's
big
not only the
passion.
prisoners that get involved, it's also the staff out there. The staff will
Staff.
take the dogs and take them to their office or to the library.
Oh,
Or,
nice.
and they say that it helps other prisoners that are not in the PAWS program. It helps calm them down. Like
How cool.
I think some of the dogs kind of go into the counselor's office and help calm the inmates down too. So
That is so cool. So they're helping each other out, and that is why this PAW program is so important. And it's amazing we have this here in New Mexico. I know I've heard of a few other places are doing this as well, but this is something that's been going on for how many years, more or less, here in this area?
for
Since 2009.
yeah, since about I think we took it over probably in 2011 or 2012. Is when we-
Wow. So many dogs have gone through the program, which is amazing. You
Yes.
have a beautiful little girl with you right now. What is her name?
Her name is Sweetie, and
She
that
earned her name?
is perfect for her because she's such a sweetheart.
Nice.
So
So
she,
is she a graduate?
yes, she's a postgraduate. She is a talker. She loves to tell you about her day and everything in between. We don't know what she's saying, but apparently she's saying all kinds of things to
She
us.
is convinced you know what she's saying.
We just kind of agree with her. She does have some food allergies, so she is on a restricted diet. But other than that, she's been doing great. And she does get monthly cytopoint injections, but APA will cover that for any adopter.
So if anyone wants to look into adopting Sweetie, what steps do they have to take?
So they just need to come in, meet her, and we just want to make sure that it's a good fit. If they have other dogs, we want to do kind of an introduction to make sure they get along. And then they just fill out an application. We do the whole process and just make sure that they understand that she does have allergies and that they keep up with the monthly injections that APA will cover.
Very nice. Well, PAWS program, if someone wants to learn more about the PAWS program, how can they learn more?
So they can come either to our adoption location at 537 North Solano, or they can go to our website, www.apalalascruces.org, or they can give us a call at 575-571-4654.
Well, thank you so much, Nora and Alex and Jasmine and Sweetie for joining us today. We will talk again next week, but yes, the PAWS program. Oh, she is adorable. She got quiet when Jasmine came around. She loves her. Well, thank you all so much for joining me today, and I will see y'all next week.
All right, Jackie,
All right,
thank
thank you.
you.
Thank you.